Hey guys, my name's Lauren Leeper, and we're here at the Wings of the Wind premiere after party, and we're about to do some cast interviews.
Quit flapping your lips at me and keep right on walking.
So, Lexi, what was your favorite scene to shoot?
It's really hard because I had fun with the whole movie, but if I had to choose, it would probably be all the hiking scenes because I love spending time with Emmy and Charlotte.
Hey, Dolly, I'm gonna need you to back off and do that right now.
Okay, Charlotte, what was it like spending so much time together?
You know, spending time with these girls, being with them all the time, I think we became really good friends, especially in between shots because we were filming for a long time. And we would just have so much fun, and that was probably one of my favorite parts of making this movie.
How are we going to win with you both acting like a couple of knuckleheads?
Okay, Emmy, tell us about the creek scene and all the humor with it.
The creek scene was the best scene in my opinion. We got to just have a lot of fun, and after we shot the scene, we got to do some improv and yell, and that was really fun.
Don't you think Josie should know how to use a compass if she plans to enter a 20-mile hiking competition?
Alex, what was it like working with Kix for a second time?
It was really great. I first started working with Kix about 4 years ago, and I was really young then, and I was working with some really great adult actors. And this time, the second time I got to come back, I was a little older, and Stefan thinks he's the boss, whether he is or not, but he gets to kind of be the adult coming into the situation with his sister. So it was really great transitioning the second time to that role. But the great times on set, the great people have been very consistent throughout both films.
That's a great idea. A stopwatch.
Hope, what was it like being in your first movie?
It was so amazing. I mean, it was just so fun, and these are definitely memories I'll have for the rest of my life, and I'll get to share with like everyone I know because this is super cool and great to be a part of.
I'm sure they are, and you are a competitor, so no peeking.
Okay, Brittany, you guys rehearsed a lot. What were a few things you liked about the rehearsal process?
I feel like the rehearsal process is really when we all became like a family. Like everyone on set was just so close-knit, and I feel like the rehearsals is where that really happened with the games and the constant communication. That's where it really clicked.
Well, I'm lost with all that. And your pointing isn't helping me to see it.
Amber, what was it like to play the balance amongst your friends in Wings of the Wind?
It was actually a lot of fun. It was something that I'm kind of used to because I kind of do that in real life, but especially for the hiking scenes, having to play between like Rose's character and Carrie's character, just trying to find that balance, as you said. It was a lot of fun though.
Awesome. So you said you definitely identify with that character then?
Oh, yeah. Because I have like two best friends. Like one's really outgoing and like crazy, but one's really reserved, and I'm like the reserved crazy one. So it fits. Yeah.
The balance.
Yep.
I think I'll hold a fashion show to promote the showing.
Carrie, you really enjoy costuming. Yes. Tell us about the differences in costuming with The Light of Freedom and Wings of the Wind in pre-production and on set.
Okay, well, in The Light of Freedom, I played a slave, so there's completely different costuming than in Wings of the Wind, where I got to dress nice and I was a fashionista. In pre-production for The Light of Freedom, there was a lot of corsets, and like tight-fitting stuff, and like for to look dirty, they'd put coffee on us. And for like Wings of the Wind, I actually got to wear costumes that were like attractive on me, and it was more modern. And it was, I liked Wings of the Wind way better.
Awesome. So what would you say was your favorite costume?
Oh, definitely the scene where I'm wearing my plaid blazer. It's like red. That's my favorite costume. It's just so cute.
I've come up with a way to pay off some assessed debt. When I deliver this plane, the two of you go to the address and the paperwork there, and you close the deal.
Mark, can you tell us what it was like portraying the 1940s, and especially about the aviation aspect?
Well, the 1940s for me is one of my favorite periods of history, so I just felt at home there. As a matter of fact, most people might not realize this, but literally everything that Cliff Cornell wore in this film, I took out of my closet. And the fedoras, my fedoras actually went the rounds throughout the shooting of the film. It felt very natural to me. It's a period I've studied a lot and really enjoy. The aviation aspect was interesting for me, portraying somebody, Cliff Cornell was a former pilot in World War II in the film, and now has his own aviation company. I hate to fly. I cannot stand to fly. So that was kind of interesting. I had to act like I really loved flying, although I love watching other people fly. So I guess owning planes and having other people take them off is fine with me.
I mean, things are sideways here, and you're out there chasing shadow.
Tony, can you tell us what your favorite scene was to shoot and just a little bit about why it was?
All right. Well, I actually had two favorite scenes. My first one was the scene where I got beat up outside the hangar, believe it or not. And I actually really liked that one because that's one of the first scenes I've done that really demanded a lot from me physically. And it was very easy to commit to, as opposed to trying to commit to something emotionally. So having that experience, I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I got my energy up, and it was a lot of fun. And then my second favorite scene to shoot was when Rose was arguing with Seth. And Seth stormed out and Rose cried. I don't think I had any dialogue in that scene, but I was still there. I was sitting on the couch, and I just saw the whole argument take place. And I was just able to sit down and just listen to him, and it just got intense. And it was just awesome just being there and being a part of it.
Now, I'll cover you guys tonight, but next time you're bringing your own steak.
Can you tell us what it was like shooting the gambling scenes?
Okay, shooting the gambling scenes, it was definitely really fun. We were in the basement of the house there, and I just remember sitting there. I knew they were some of my favorite scenes when I had first read the script, and getting to actually do them was really exciting because the room was filled with people. Like, we got some new people, some extras that day, and it was really exciting, and I was just sitting there feeling like real cool, like, here we go, like. But no, it was really awesome. I remember there's like some smoke in the room and stuff, and I just felt like definitely the gambling scenes were, it was important to the movie to actually sort of see Seth in action in a way, and kind of get a sense of the world that he lives in as opposed to the rest of the characters in the film.
So would you say that was your favorite scene to shoot, or do you have a favorite?
In general, I guess the gambling scenes were really fun, but my favorite scene to shoot was, I like being the bad guy, so I'll say that now. But so definitely my favorite scene to shoot was the argument with Rose in the living room. That was we rehearsed that scene, and I sort of realized that was kind of like the apex of like Seth's anger and stuff. And I was really ready to just like let it loose. And like Nicole was an amazing scene partner in that scene. We just looked at each other and just went to town. It was I just remember when we were filming it, I had to kind of work myself up to that place of kind of, the intense place of anger, and then when it called action, just like let it rip, and we got to do the whole thing pretty much in its entirety, and it was just really great. Nicole was so amazing to work with, especially in that scene. She just was serving me so much realness, and just felt awesome. And like I said, I've always liked doing the bad stuff and the dramatic stuff, so that was my favorite. It really felt like we were making something good and making some art,
I'm not a quitter. I'll buy more supplies and we'll start again.
So Nicole, can you tell us how you're similar to Rose? How or how not you're similar?
Yeah, I think that I'm similar to Rose. I think everybody's pretty similar to Rose because I think we all face situations in our life where we're going to blame ourselves, we're going to blame God, or we're going to blame the other person. So I think that I relate to Rose in that because she's very human. And I feel like, well, we're obviously all human and we always face those decisions in life. And I feel like, it could go either way. There are so many crossroads. So I'd say that I'm similar to Rose because I faced that kind of scenario in my life of who I'm going to blame. And you always can find hope in God.
Awesome. Okay, so how did you fly the plane?
Okay, well, I didn't actually fly the plane. I had the pilot in the front seat with me. Well, I kind of did. I got to drive it and push the gas. But I didn't actually fly the plane. I just drove it down the runway, and it was a lot of fun.
Sweet. Yeah. What was your favorite scene to shoot?
I was thinking about this. I think my favorite scene to shoot was when I got to handle the snake. I thought that was really cool how I got to hold the snake and got to get to know it, and I thought that was a lot of fun and just something interesting that I hadn't had a lot of experience with.
Thank you guys for watching. We hope you've enjoyed the interviews and the movie. Check us out at wingsofthewindmovie.com.